Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected to visit flood-ravaged Nkomazi municipality in Mpumalanga. He will assess the extent of the damage and devastation, as several villages have been completely cut off after bridges were submerged or washed away, leaving roads impassable. SABC News reporter Tumelo Machogo is in Mjejane. A very good afternoon to you, Tumelo. We watched throughout the course of the weekend weather forecasters warning residents to adhere and ensure that they remain indoors. And of course, the level on the state of the disaster elevated yesterday afternoon as we heard the Copter Minister SABC talk about the nature and the veracity and the impact of these floods. What's happening on the ground?
Well, indeed, especially here in Nkomazi, that's where one of the worst affected municipality here in the province. Understand that over 500 houses have been damaged, the bridge have been washed away here, communities also cut off. But also, we've got municipalities such as Bushbuckridge, which also that is also affected, also Mbombela and also Mkondo municipality. Those are the four municipalities that have been affected. But Bushbuckridge and also Nkomazi, those are the worst affected municipality, and that's why the president will be coming here. We're expecting him to be here around about 1 o'clock to come and assess the extent of the damages here and also give a full report about what is the government going to be doing going forward. But let's now bring in the spokesperson of the Nkomazi local municipality, Cyril Ramaphosa. Cyril, you know what? We are here in Mjejane. Obviously, the road going into the community, into that community, is already impassable due to the flooded water and also be very muddy. Even our cars were struggling to go into the community. Just talk to us about how has the municipality been affected with this torrential rain that have been ongoing for days?
Well, the damage is so severe. A number of villages cannot be easily accessed. As I speak, there is one village that we could not access at all. We are communicating with them through phones, but it's very difficult to access that village to do a physical verification of the extent of the damage. It is a serious concern. A number of villages have been badly affected. Some of the bridges are overflowing. Some of the road infrastructure badly damaged. It is a serious concern. As you have indicated that there are a number of houses that are damaged, our team is busy on the ground to assess the extent of the damage because the past few days we could not easily access all the villages, but today the rain has just stopped and our team is trying to assess the extent of the damage in those affected villages. But we appreciate the gesture by the provincial government together with the national government. The visit of the president will definitely help us as a municipality because we have been crying out for help. Some of these bridges need urgent intervention. It is a serious concern. A number of people passed on due to these low-level bridges, and we do not want this to happen again. It is a very, very, very serious concern. And another issue is that when it rains, some of the schools are closed, and it's another concern that we are experiencing. But I must indicate that the presence of the gift of the givers and together with the Red Cross here in Nkomazi will go a long way. They are always here to assist the municipality.
Cyril, talk to me. The rain already, we are looking through Mozambique. We're very not far from Mozambique. It already seems like it's raining there and it's coming towards this area. Already Lomati River is one of those overflowing rivers, but people are still trying to go and cross to that river because it gets quite dangerous because already the water levels this morning were very, very high. But we're seeing a lot of communities still wanting to cross there because they want to go to the shops. What will be advice for those people who still want to go to the shops, children that want to go to school, because children this morning had to be turned away to go to school because of that river, because it's that bridge rather, because it's still overflowing?
The Mlumati Bridge is a serious concern. But I must indicate that the Department of Public Works, Roads and Transport in the province has already started with the process of appointing a service provider or a contractor. And we are hopeful that very soon we will be able to get assistance that we deserve as a municipality. The other concern that we are faced with is the outbreak of waterborne diseases. It's a serious concern now, but we call upon our people to to ensure that they treat this matter with the urgency it deserves. I think water harvesting, rainwater harvesting will be very essential as we speak now.
Yeah, because obviously some communities don't even have water at this stage due to the infrastructure damages that is in there. But let's now bring in the Red Cross into the conversation, because you know what, the rain continues and people want to cross. And then Cyril was also talking about waterborne diseases. Just talk to us about how have you guys been able to help, because it's not only this municipality that is affected, but how are you rendering service to these municipalities that are affected, and especially the women and children, which are the most vulnerable when it comes to these kind of situations?
As the South African Red Cross Society, as a humanitarian organization and auxiliary to government, we have been on the ground. We've activated our teams to conduct assessment on the field and also assisting in distributing relief items. But we've also been providing psychosocial support to families that have been affected. And as you indicated, they are the most vulnerable. They are also most vulnerable groups, your children and your mothers. As you've heard, the municipality has indicated there are schools that have been closed, but of course there are households that there are children where as of now their uniforms have been ruined. So what we've been doing, we've been issuing out early warning messages to communities just to ensure that the do's and don'ts of not crossing if the rivers are or the roads are at high level. But we are communicating with our donors, ensuring that we are able to also assist your most vulnerable groups.
Also, you know, the rain keeps on going. It was raining this morning, it stopped now, but it seems like it's coming back. And obviously some people that have already lost their houses that cannot be reached. We talk about communities where they cannot, it's still inaccessible. How are we communicating with those people to ensure that they also, you know, they're not left behind, because now they are still probably running out of food and running out of water, because some of the communities already don't have water or electricity?
So with Red Cross, we are community based. We have volunteers and teams in all different communities. So what has been happening is that we've activated them. They are able to communicate to communities and report to us. So where there's a need for us to provide relief, we are able to liaise and coordinate with different stakeholders like the municipality, like Disaster Management Center, and then we will then try to go to those communities and assist.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. That is Khetsa from the Red Cross Association here in the province. You know, they've been providing help for communities, saying that, you know, they'll be providing also social support, especially to people, you know, counsel, especially to people that have lost their families, their loved ones during these trying times. We know that about 20 people have died so far in the province due to flooding or the house collapsing on them. And also a fear as the rain continues that more of these houses also they'll start collapsing because of they have been submerged in water, or their areas has also been in water. I think it's one of the MECs just arriving here to receive the president when he arrives around 1 o'clock. We understand that to arrive around 1 o'clock, we'll start here in Mjejane, and they will also I hope they're not gonna drive over me. They will also go to go Mangweni and also to Komati Port. Okay, I think they wanted to. Okay, we're gonna have to hand it over to you, Mpo, because it seems like it's gonna get dangerous here with the MEC's car trying to run over me.
Okay, you take care, Tumelo, Machogo. They're out in Mpumalanga, in Mjejane, where President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected at 1 o'clock. Of course, Bushbuck Ridge and Nkomazi being some of the hardest hit when it comes to the impact of the floods. It's a developing story that we continue to monitor. Of course, really just taking stock of the trail of destruction left by the devastating floods in the Mpumalanga area.